When you think about Funky Friday, what first comes to mind? Listening to catchy music? Competing with friends? Just having fun? Sure, all of that is part of the experience, but the core of playing Funky Friday, including every rhythm game, is one key skill: accuracy. Hitting notes on time is what truly separates casual play from high-level performance, and Funky Friday is no exception. Funky Friday is full of challenges, but there is one challenge that is so hard, barely anyone could even do it. Let's start with the basics. The main goal of rhythm games like Funky Friday is simple: hit the notes in sync with the music. Most players chase high scores, combos, and accuracy milestones. Now, when we talk about timings, there are three main outcomes that could happen once you hit a note: an early timing, a perfect timing, and a late timing. Each of these timings shows just how close you are to the beat. The three timings are placed under this line, which is what you call the hit error bar, also known in LEMMiNO as the unstable rate. It's a visual tool that shows how accurate your hits are in real time. It currently is called accuracy gauge in Funky Friday, but it means the same thing anyway. To understand how this bar works, let's take a look at some messy LEMMiNO gameplay. Notice how the bar is jumping all over the place? That's a sign of inconsistency. Now, compare that to a clean, accurate play. The bar stays much closer to the center. That indicates better timing. You'll notice the bar changes colors: blue, green, and yellow, each representing different accuracy levels or timing zones. Each of those colors on the unstable rate represents one of the game's accuracy windows. But what exactly are accuracy windows? You've probably seen terms like sick, good, okay, bad, or even a miss, right? Those are all the accuracy windows in Funky Friday, and each one has its own timing threshold. For example, a sick is the best rating that you can get. To hit a sick, your timing needs to be nearly perfect, within just 50 milliseconds or 0.05 seconds. That might sound tiny, yes it is, but for rhythm game veterans, it's nothing for them. So if you want high accuracy, your goal is simple: hit as many sicks as possible. The more precise your hits, the better your unstable rate, and the cleaner your gameplay will look. Now that we understand accuracy windows, let's go over some of the key accuracy terms you'll see in Funky Friday. First up is FC, also known as full combo. This happens when you finish a song without missing a single note. In the older version of Funky Friday, releasing long notes early would only hurt your accuracy, but it wouldn't break your combo. In the newer update though, you also have to release long notes at the right time, so be careful. Early releases cannot ruin a full combo. Once you master FCs, the next step up is a GFC. Stands for Great Full Combo. As the name suggests, it means you have hit every note without missing, but with solid accuracy this time. To get a GFC, your play must only include goods, greats, or perfects. No okays, bads, or misses allowed. But what if you don't get any goods or greats? That's where PFC comes in. PFC stands for Perfect Full Combo. To achieve a PFC, you need 100% accuracy, meaning that you hit nothing but 6. It's the highest level of precision possible in normal gameplay. There's also another term you might hear: TPFC, or Technical Perfect Full Combo. It also requires 100% accuracy, but here's the twist: it doesn't actually have to be all 6. Let me explain. In Funky Friday's code, if your accuracy gets extremely close to 100%, there is a possible chance that the game may round it back up to 100%. This usually happens when you just get one good and everything else is a sick, and it typically occurs in charts with over 1,000 notes. If you manage to pull this off, you can actually earn a TPFC. While TPFCs are slightly harder to achieve than PFCs, you might be wondering, what's the hardest challenge in Funky Friday right now? Well, we have been aiming for the highest accuracy this whole time. How about we turn the tables and go for the lowest accuracy possible? Believe it or not, it's a real challenge. If you hit only bads for the entire song, your accuracy can drop to as low as 16.67%. Sounds easy, right? Just mess up on purpose. Not quite. Even when you're trying to do it intentionally, most players accidentally hit something better than a bad. Now, while this challenge can be manipulated with the game's offsets, making it much easier to time your bads, it shouldn't really be allowed since it defeats the purpose. But if you attempt this without using offsets, it becomes a near impossible task. Why? Because when you play normally, you're aiming at the receptors. Those little circles where we see on the screen where the notes land, if you hit right on them, you'll always get a sick. To get all bads, you can't rely on visual cues like receptors. You have to guess just how early or late to hit each note. But not too early. The input won't register. And not too late as well. The notes will just pass by. It's a true test of timing in the worst way possible. Some players have actually done this kind of challenge, which is insanely impressive to pull off. So, that was the hardest challenge currently possible in Funky Friday. But, what if Funky Friday ever added a 6 accuracy window? Well then, technically, an even harder challenge would exist. Let me introduce you to something called an MFC, Marvelous Full Combo. To explain this, we need to look at LEMMiNO, where there are actually 6 accuracy windows compared to the 5 that we have in Funky Friday. That 6 accuracy window is called Marvelous. Think about it like this. A perfect, or a sick, already has a super tight timing window, just 50 milliseconds or 0.05 seconds. But Marvelous, that window is even smaller, only 16 milliseconds. That's insanely precise. And yet, some of the best LEMMiNO players out there have done it. So, while getting an MFC is technically possible, it's usually only achievable on easier songs. Trying to hit every note like a Marvelous on harder charts, that's a whole different level of impossible. So there you have it. At first glance, Funky Friday might seem like it's just about hitting FCs or chasing PFCs. But if you get creative, challenges like TPFCs, bad accuracy runs, or even hypotechnical MFCs can give the game a whole new layer of depth. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. And if you did, feel free to drop a like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace!